on this planet. Not watching the solar systems collide and sucking on a crystal. I'm sitting here on the Gowanus Expressway, and I got to hear about traffic up on the sawmill.
Well,
she nuts.
You don't need that.
I got to get to work.
Well,
What the hell is going on, man?
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to IMUS in the morning.
one time, Brent and I were getting ready to go back over to Manhattan. We asked Lori, said, what's the best way to go? And she said the lower level of the 59th Street Bridge.
That'll work.
Oh, yeah, hour, 20 minutes, Mike.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're better off swimming across the river.
IMUS in the morning. Sports Radio 66 WFAN.
Well, you probably know that no other eye surgeon in the Tri-State area is.
Patrol. Hey, you never know.
And Joe Benigno will be back. Now, Joe's the all-night guy here at the radio station, WFAN. He was a listener. And he got a job here because, he was good. I mean, he is good.
Yeah.
But we've learned here this morning, it's been revealed that he is, in fact, a mental patient.
Well, in your estimation.
Yeah, really.
In your estimation.
He lays out a very good case,
He lays out no case.
and then he comes to a conclusion.
Here's my point.
What? Well,
I don't think that it's necessary to be insulting to the coach by phrases like this great genius or whatever. I don't think that's necessary.
That is not necessary.
To make a charge.
He never calls him fat or anything like that.
I also don't think that it makes any sense unless you have some proof that the coach, essentially what we're charging is that Bill Parcells threw the game against the Lions because of some agenda that he had with Neil O'Donnell.
right.
In other words, just being able to justify then getting rid of him because he didn't take him into the playoffs, which is that's Kennedy assassination stuff.
In your estimation.
In anybody's estimation.
In your estimation.
No, not in my estimation. In anybody, in any reasonable person, without proof. And that's wild, insane speculation, charging a criminal act. Doesn't that board on a criminal act?
Yes, it would. Absolutely.
It's not a morally corrupt act, an ethical, moral, almost criminal act. No,
That's
it's
right.
not crazy on my part.
Well, he's not charged that Parcells wanted to lose.
What did he say?
He wanted to win with one of his guys at the helm for the final
exactly.
play.
O'Donnell, right.
He let
That's
O'Donnell
Not O'Donnell.
He let O'Donnell win 95% of the game, and then at the very end, he wanted his guy to clinch it at the end.
So
I don't believe that.
But that's
Well,
not
and that's-
unreasonable
but
for
that's-
Joe to think that it was because of
It's
his...
unreasonable for any sane person to think that. We're charging that the coach didn't want to win the game under any circumstances?
No,
he didn't.
No.
He wanted to win, period.
Oh, well,
he
then
wanted to win. He did want to win.
Yes,
The
he
coach
wanted to win,
wanted-
period.
Yes, but he wanted to win with his
No,
guy.
in other words, he thought he could win with O'Donnell. He took O'Donnell out so he could win with his guy. And charging he made that decision.
This is what Joe's
That's what-
alleging.
that's
no,
what-
I know what Joe. I'm asking you what you think.
I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know that much about
Does
it.
it sound reasonable?
It sounds plausible.
Possible, sure.
Oh, God almighty.
It's possible, sure.
Well, of course it's possible. Anything is
Well, that's all
possible
we're
if the
saying.
coach murders people and we don't know about it.
Now that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
now you're being
that
silly.
is
Yeah,
that
that's
is
great.
just as ridiculous as suggesting that the coach had some motive that he wanted. Oh, well, I mean, that's insane.
The coaches like their own guys. They like to travel with their own guys and have their own guys playing for them. That's not crazy. That's not unusual, really, for coaches.
But it would be, it border on it would be unethical.
Yes.
If the coach knew, if he had any sense that he's going to take this guy out, thinking he could win with his guy.
He put Leon Johnson in there, who never threw a pass in the NFL before in this critical last game of the year.
I remember the play.
playoff game.
I'm not a big football. I mean, I'm not a rabid football fan.
Right.
I remember the
But you
play.
remember
Joe's question is, how do you explain that then?
How did the coach explain it?
I don't know. Apparently not
Get Joe
satisfactorily.
back in here.
Come
Yeah.
on, Joe.
Come on. We'll get Joe back in. We'll do some news, then we'll get Joe back in.
Yeah.
All right,
excellent
do a
point.
little news, send some spots, then we'll get Joe back in. Then we'll find out how the coach explained it.
That's
Right.
that's the element we need to hear.
What was the coach's explanation?
That's what we need to hear.
But let's not make insulting remarks about the coach. We
We're
don't
not
need to
gonna
do
make-
that.
we're not.
That's
If
not-
we're going to characterize the coach as fat, I'll call him
But
fat.
if the coach doesn't have a satisfactory explanation, then it's not unreasonable for Joe to come to his own conclusion, which was that
But
it was a
you've got
personal
that.
thing.
You can't charge unethical conduct on the part of the coach without some proof. I think that I don't think that is reasonable.
That's not necessarily unethical. He wanted to win. He just clouded. He let his personal.
Then that's unethical. How do we know he did that?
Well, we don't.
We don't know that. That's speculation.
That's right.
We need evidence to suggest that. don't we?
Well, I don't know what kind of evidence, I don't know what kind of documentation you
Can't go
could
to a guy's
find for
mind.
that.
Well, does the coach, has the coach over the years exhibited any behavior that would suggest that he would let his own personal agenda come before victory or
yes.
the team?
In the estimation of...
No.
The answer is yes.
No.
I'm
The answer is
simply...
yes. The Glenn Foley episode. He did not keep Glenn Foley around because he did not like Glenn Foley, and he would have been the perfect backup quarterback.
Okay, that's a decision he makes, the coach makes. Do you like a player for a number of different reasons? You don't just put a player on the team because of his athletic ability. You put a player on the team, like David Cohen. Why did the Yankees re-sign him? Not just because he's a great pitcher, because he's great in the clubhouse, because he's a team leader, because the fans like him. There's a lot of reasons.
In the past, he had a general manager to be a buffer, as Joe was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if he had a player he didn't like, the guy would say, "You got to get along." The GM would say, "Now he's GM and coach."
That's fine. He has a right not to like the player for any reason. For any reason. Just because he doesn't like him. Because he maybe doesn't think he's a good player. Or because he doesn't think he's good in the clubhouse. Or because he doesn't think he's a good person. Or whatever. But that doesn't mean that by not liking him that he wants the team to lose. Or that he wants the team to win only with his guys. You're telling me that if he thinks the player is great, if he thinks the player is great, this is the decision. The coach thinks a player is great. He's a great player. He's Joe Montana. But he gets rid of him because he doesn't like his personality. Do you think Bill Parcells makes those kinds of decisions?
Not to such a degree, no.
Fine.
But maybe to a lesser degree, yes. The results are that the Jets
Where's Glenn Foley now?
3 losing seasons.
Where's Glenn Foley playing? What team is he starting
We'll
for?
have to ask Joe Butterfinger.
Well, nobody knows.
Luke?
0, I don't know.
America's Most Wanted can't find the guy. So maybe the coach was right. He didn't go to some other team.
How can he be right? They were under 500.
Where's Glenn Foley?
I don't know, but whatever he had in mind didn't work out.
Well,
The genius-
They don't have anybody now.
Nobody else thought he was
nobody.
any good either, though. So not just the coach didn't think he was no good. Nobody thought he was any good.
But you can see how it's not unreasonable.
Yes, it is. If Glenn Foley had gone to the Dolphins and was starting for the Dolphins and was kicking ass all over the league, then you've got a case. But where is Glenn Foley?
He's in Seattle.
Doing what? He's not playing. He's not starting in Seattle. Kincaid or
No, he's not. He's a backup quarterback.
Oh, exactly.
And
that's what the Jets could use right now.
that's what they need. That's what they needed. That's what they don't have.
I understand that. It was a mistake to get rid of him.
Mama, he's crazy. Crazy over me. And in my life is where he says he always wants to be. I've never been so loved. He beats all I've ever seen. And mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. IMUS in the morning.
Want to give a holiday gift that's fun, personal, and will be remembered forever this year? Give everyone on your list a classic gift that really shows you care. A Vermont teddy bear. Vermont teddy bear. Well, yeah. Your loved ones will receive a beautiful bear personalized just for them.
Select Panasonic digital camcorder. Check out Circuit City for details. With reports every 20 minutes. Rich Ackerman, WFAN 2020 Sports.
Brand new for the holidays. Official fan merchandise is just a click away. Get on the web at WFAN.com and check out the latest fan merchandise, including long sleeve tees, flannel boxers, pajama pants, button-down shirts, and sports bags. It's available 24 hours a day. Click on official fan merchandise at WFAN.com. It's from the Fan, Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
This holiday season.
3 minute Dwight Yoakam.
Oh, brother.
And, well,
Man, oh, man. How do these things happen?
I don't know. I mean, we want Dwight. Well, Kinky's been my friend for 25 years. Why would you?
Well aware of that.
When Kinky can either be good or he can be horrible.
Yeah.
And I mean, so hopefully he won't ruin Dwight's appearance. That's what we're hoping for.
That's exactly the way to characterize this thing.
Because Kinky was here with Willie Nelson and nearly ruined Willie's appearance, didn't he?
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he had on a cowboy hat that looked like he had bought it in the kids department at Save On Drugstore.
What was the...
The cheapest little piece of junk.
Man.
Dwight's got 2 new albums out, Under the Covers, in which he has recorded some songs that other people did. hints under the covers.
Getcha.
And there's a bunch of good songs on here. He redid Claudette, the old Everly Brothers thing. Trained in Vain, who was that, Lou?
The Clash.
The Clash. Tired of Waiting for You, who was that?
That's the Kinks.
Kinks. Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues, I forget that guy's name, but
Charlie something.
that's cut number 4. That's a great song. I mean, it's just great to wait. And then he did one of my favorite recordings from that era, the 60s, was a thing by Sonny and Cher called Baby Don't Go.
Yep.
And Dwight recorded it with Sheryl Crow, and you just want to kill her. You know?
Didn't quite live up to the old way we.
Well,
we thought.
no, she ruins it. It's so annoying. God. They did a thing, it did Playboy. I don't know which version that is. Do you know, Lou?
No. Doesn't sound.
Wichita Lineman, Here Comes the Night, The Last Time the Stones thing. North to Alaska, the old Johnny Horton deal. They're all good records, I mean. And then the Christmas album is called Come On Christmas. And the last cut is called Santa Can't Stay. And I was playing it yesterday in the office, and Larry Kenny was in there, and he got so annoyed because it's a downer Christmas song.
Mm.
And Larry claims that because I have a holiday policy, and as I refuse to go to celebrate holidays with any member of either my family or anybody else's family.
Right.
Recognizing that if I don't want to see him any other day of the year, why would I want to see him on those particular days when tensions are at their highest?
Absolutely.
And I've never been in any kind of situation. It usually doesn't involve me.
And when they know that you don't want to be there,
Yeah.
of course they know that.
And so I don't let them make me feel guilty about it. I just say I have other plans, and then I have other plans.
Absolutely. My other plans involve staying away from here.
Yeah. I've never been in any sort of situation where it wasn't a tension convention. And where it didn't degenerate into some hideous argument. And so Larry just was so exasperated with me yesterday, claiming, and Larry, I guarantee you, in any sort of holiday situation, I'd be the first person to blow up and storm out of the house.
Absolutely.
And go downtown to the bar. I guarantee it.
Just hear 4 doors slam, and the last one is
Yes,
going out.
Absolutely. Larry'd be the first one to lose it.
Hunt somebody out.
Exactly. So I just refuse. I just don't go to anybody's
Sling
house.
a drink
I have been to Fred's for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's pleasant because Fred doesn't say anything to you.
Yeah.
And I would go to Charles's house for Thanksgiving.
Although maybe we'll see you there.
But I am not invited, so.
No, you're not.
But that's fine. So.
Okay.
The operative word there is you would go.
So Larry says, I like Christmas. I don't want to hear depressing Christmas songs. And Santa Can't Stay is as best I could tell, the best I could hear it. It's about a guy who, I guess the husband and wife are estranged or something. And he shows up drunk and throws a present at the kid.
Well, but get it on now.
That's an IMUS Christmas.
Cue
Cut
it
10.
up, Lou.
Cut 10. We'll get to the news here in a minute. Don't worry about it. There's nothing going on. Tom Aspel's in Baghdad. We're going to talk to him.
All right.
There's nothing else going on. There's a few things, but we'll tell you. Cut 10 on the Christmas album. It's called Santa Can't Stay. Well, let's listen to it. Here we go. Dwight Yoakam.
A cold tear falls from his eye as he turns into the night and walks away. Lucille runs outside just to see if there might be a sleigh. Little Bobby stares down at the place where
Dwight Yoakam.
Doesn't get any better than that.
It doesn't get any better than that. Does it come on Christmas?
threw a present really hard.
They both heard him come and saw Mom run down the hall and holler, "Wait, Doug, you're drunk. Don't come inside." I'm not joking. I've had all this I can take. He threw a present really hard that almost hit Mom's new boyfriend, Ray. And yelled, "Ho, ho, lucky for you, she's here," and said that Santa can't stay. Okay.
You're drunk.
You're drunk. Get out of here, you son of a bitch.
Lose the that Santa hat and the beard.
Oh, man, come on.
Oh, man.
I just love that. So anyway, he's got some other, he's got some serious stuff on here, too. It's just great stuff. Anyway, Dwight Yoakam and Kinky. So Larry's just so irritated with me. He said, "Well, I don't want to hear that kind of Christmas song."
That's because you have a miserable experience.
No, but you see, I haven't ever had any real. That's what Larry said. Well, you must have had a horrible experience as a child. And I said, "No, I haven't. But I've been in situations where it's degenerated into an ugly situation, and I'm not going to get involved in them. I just refuse to do it."
Joy to the world? I don't think so.
And families get together. Here's the thing, and you have to be honest about it. There are members of your family, everybody on this planet, who you would never speak to if they weren't members of your family. There are people you'd hang out with. They wouldn't be friends of yours. You only talk to them, and you only know them because they're members of your family. That's
Kin.
That's all it is.
Or kin.
And anybody who denies that is just simply lying. That's all.
Oh, man.
No.
You're drunk.
That's what I've always liked about Fred. Fred is somebody who I would like anyway, whether I was related to him or not. So I mean, that's the way the rest of them. It doesn't mean you don't love them. We're not talking about that.
Just don't want to hang.
I'm just not going to hang out with them. And I don't.
Draw names for presents. Oh, look, I have Sissy's name this year.
Yeah, well, that doesn't happen around my house. And look at Bernard again. And Bernard's probably worse than I am.
Absolutely not. You're just projecting your own miserable past onto everybody else.
No, I'm not. Believe me,
experience.
there are a million people around this country sitting by the radio going, he's absolutely right. And I am absolutely right. There are more horrible incidents involving families during Thanksgiving and Christmas than any other time of the year, mainly because they're all together.
Yeah, and depressed and killing
themselves. There are more suicide during the holidays than any other time of the year. And why? Because it's a nightmare.
Because they got to go see Aunt Jean.
And everybody shows up at somebody's house, and all the women, the women get in the kitchen. They do all the cooking. You got a bunch of fat drunks in watching the Lions play football. Falling asleep there. They're unbuttoned with their pants unbuttoned because they're so full.
The American way.
And then it's just it's a nightmare. But not for me, though, because I don't get involved in it. I won't go. And when somebody asks me, it's insulting.
Who would ask you?
Oh, a lot of people do. Well, they don't anymore because they know I won't go.
They know the deal.
So they save themselves.
It's like behavioral.
And it isn't that they want me to go, by the way.
Of course not.
Absolutely not. Or it isn't that when people invite various members of their family, they don't want them there. They feel some idiotic obligation because a Hallmark Card Corporation has made them think this way.
Oh, man.
Hasn't it?
What a jaded...
Absolutely. Man. The honesty's too much.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you just can't deal with it. You don't want to hear the truth.
No, I can't wait for Chris. I love it.
Well, okay. There are obviously people who have good... Well, I have good experiences. Most of the time, we're at Fred's, and it's a great Christmas. So I agree. But you just have to be selective. You can't get involved with a bunch of people who you never see any other time of the year. And think that you're going to have it's just there's nothing to talk about. You don't really like them.
You have nothing in common. Zero.
It may not even be. You may like them. That may not be true.
A couple of pops, everybody gets along.
No, they don't. See, that's the point. They don't.
A couple of pops and somebody's pulling a gun.
And it's always people like you or Larry Kinney who express this outrage at me for being so cynical and jaded who have the absolute worst times. Particularly Larry. Larry's got a fuse like that. I know. Larry will blow. He was in here yesterday. He was steamed about something yesterday, wasn't he? Yeah. No, he was just. And then I'm in there playing Dwight Yoakam, and he's angry. And he loves Dwight Yoakam. But he's got so upset at this Santa Can't Stay. And I played it again. I turned it at the jukebox. I just pumped it up as loud, just so the walls are shaking in there.
Sleigh
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
IMUS in the morning.
So,
Drive safely. I'm Michelle Jerson for the New York Lottery Fan Highway Patrol. Hey, you never know.
speaking of the Cardinal, he is among the people hailing the decision by Jane Roe to completely turn her situation around. A major bombshell announcement into the debate over the issue of abortion. Norma McCorvey, the woman whose request for an abortion led to the 1973 Roe versus Wade decision.
Speaking of drug addicts.
Exactly. Has been baptized by the leader of Operation Rescue and has joined the anti-abortion group.
I don't want to be, to sound like Bernard, but I saw them baptizing her in somebody's swimming pool yesterday. And
They didn't hold their head on the long enough. Lord.
And I forget which news. I watched all three newscasts, and I don't know who it was. Could have been a Rather or Broker, one of them. But they pointed out that the people, the fundamentalist Christians who baptized her, had not yet asked her to dissolve her lesbian relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But when they pointed out that she was a lesbian, I just thought,
She looks like Marty Allen. Of course she's a lesbian.
She does.
But I mean, she doesn't need to worry about any abortions.
I mean, I know that's just
That's
well,
horrible.
it's just
It's horrible.
Yeah, it reduces this program to the level of Howard Stern and Rush Limbaugh,
Yeah.
but which doesn't mean it's not amusing. But if some nitwit was listening to the best of IMUS, and the Cardinal was on, then I guess he thought he won. $40 million.
Sorry.
Didn't work, Rodrigo. Go back to the Dominican Republic. I quit my job.
But
He calls up and tells him, boss, the shoving, all this stuff.
we listened to the best of IMUS this morning, and here's the Cardinal, and thinks he won.
I don't need no stinking job.
Take a job and stick it. So that's my favorite.
I love that.
So we're going to be gone. I'm going to Santa Fe today, and Charles going to Missouri or someplace.
You know.
But the best of IMUS in the morning is I listen to it and I like it. So whether you do or not, but it's good because you don't have to listen to me read Maureen Dowd columns, for example. The Maureen Dowd column reading will not make the best of IMUS in the morning.
No, that's on the...
Which makes you wonder why I would do it then in the first place. Except that I thought it was startling.
It's fascinating stuff. I mean, to be truthful. Absolutely. Compelling, mesmerizing.
Breath of fresh air on the op-ed page of the Panty Waste New York Times.
Absolutely, yeah.
There you go.
So, what's your position on Jerry Garcia, Bernard?
I have to mega dittos to the fat man.
Just another fat dead drug addict.
Glorify a fat heroin addict. Oh, that's great. Let's have a vigil for him in the park for a junkie.
Well, is that what you're going to say when I croak?
Oh, no, I'll be too hungover. I'll be too drunk. I'll be on heroin myself when you go.
On the first day of Christmas, my producer gave to me the Partridge Family. On the second day of Christmas, my producer gave to me 2 live crew and the Partridge Family. On the third day of Christmas, my producer gave to me 3 Dog Night, 2 live crew, and the Partridge Family. On the fourth day of Christmas, my producer gave to me the 4-season Sherry, 3 Dog Night, 2 live crew, and the Partridge Family. On the fifth day of Christmas, my producer gave to me the Jackson 5. 4-season Sherry, 3 Dog Night, 2 live crew, and the Partridge Family. On the, what are we up to now? 6th? Oh, yeah. 16 tons, the Jackson 5. 4-season Sherry, 3 Dog Night, 2 live crew, and the Partridge Family. Where am I going to put all this stuff? What, 7? Oh, yeah, the Chicago 7, 16 tons, the Jackson 5. 4-season Sherry, 3 Dog Night, 2 live crew, and the Partridge Family. On the the 8th day of Christmas, my producer gave to me 8 days a week. Oh, no, I lost my place. The Jackson 5. 4-season Sherry, 3-dog night, 2-live crew, and the Partridge Family. On the 9th day of Christmas, my producer gave to me the Stones' 19th Nervous Breakdown. 8 days a week, the Chicago 7/16 tons, the Jackson 5. 4-season Sherry, 3-dog night, 2-live crew, and the Partridge Family. Got another Camel Fats. On the 10th day of Christmas, my producer gave to me 10 lids of Hawaiian. And, that's some good you know. Trying to remember what else he gave me. It was a whole bunch of other hooky-dooky. Man, could I go for a pizza?
Scott Muni with the 12 days of Christmas. Over from the Archdiocese. Good morning, Cardinal.
Good morning, God bless. It's great to be out here in San Jose, Mr. Lamar, sitting in the Shark Tank.
Yeah?
Next to the human eel, be Jesus. Sitting next to a man who has more wrinkles than San Jose has wetbacks, be Jesus. I tell you that, just much.
That will be fine.
How about an Auto Body Express ski master, that gravity challenge pussy yours, be Jesus, making me sick. The Fantasy 5 numbers, Mr. Lamar.
Yeah?
Fantasy 5 sounds like an all-right NBA team, I tell you that, Mr. Lamar.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to IMUS in the morning.
Speaking of football, Mr. Lamar, news from the Boston Archdiocese.
Okay.
Has it that Congressman Barney Frank has put in a bid to buy the beleaguered New England Patriots?
Well, yes.
He found out they have one good tight end and 21 guys who suck, be Jesus.
IMUS in the morning. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
On the HBO Boxing Beat, I'm Larry Michael. You know the old saying, a time
For the fans, Saturday Night Football Party. I'll be at the back page, 1472 3rd Avenue, between 83rd and 84th Streets in Manhattan. From kickoff to halftime of the Titans-Raiders game, with lots of contests and prizes, including fan T-shirts, autographed by station personalities, and NFL 2001 record fact books from Workman Publishing. Plus, enter to win passes to WFAN special advance screening of Black Hawk Down from Sony Pictures Entertainment. It's the fans' Saturday Night Football Party from the flagship station for New York sports, Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
Boomer Esiason. Good morning, Mr. Esiason.
Good morning, Imus. How are you today?
Do you play golf?
Yes, I do play golf.
What are you doing on September 27th?
What day is that?
It's a Monday.
Didn't you just introduce me as a host of Monday Night Football?
God, that's right.
God, I mean, does it get any dumber than that? I mean, come on.
How's Sims? Is he any good?
Sims can play.
Is he as good as you are? We know he was a better quarterback.
Yeah.
We're just wondering if he was a better golfer.
All you got to do is compare the statistics, buddy.
Your radio sounds funny in the morning. You're listening to IMUS in the morning.
I just didn't think about Monday Night Football. I don't know why I didn't. So.
Well, maybe that's the impression that I've given you on Monday night. You just figure I'm not even there.
That's not true either. No, you won't shut up, as a matter of fact. In fact, you got rid of one. Now it's just a two-man booth, as we all know. So.
That's right. It's just me and Al. That's right.
That's enough.
One more to go.
IMUS in the morning. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
This is WFAN New York and Infinity Broadcasting Station.
The late General George S. Patton, Jr.
At ease, as you were. No, I am not out of uniform. It is, as you people are aware, the holiday season, which is why, as your immediate superior, I have elected to wear today the full-dress Santa suit with standard issue beard. It is because, gentlemen, Christmas has come early, and I'm certain you know what I'm referring to, which is why I'll ask you to join me now in a familiar Christmas carol on my command. Ready? Sing! Hark that David Watkins sings about Hillary and the president's flings. Piece of tail and missing file that Carville cannot reconcile. Very stirring. You're in good voice. All right, let's see where we are as White House command and control starts to unravel. Private, lower the illumination in here by pretending as though those lights are David Watkins, former White House insider, and you are Bill Clinton, soon to be former commander-in-chief. Cease firing. Cease firing. Jesus. Anyway, people, I am pleased to report to you this morning that the holidays are going to be merry indeed.
Yeah.
Because ghosts of Christmas past are revisiting our President and First Lady, bringing us a step closer to the moment when we will be able to recover our beloved White House from the dark forces that have seized and occupied it. The first chink in the armor, David Watkins, former director of administration in the Clinton White House. And wait a minute, strike that. Actually, the first chink in the armor would have been John Wang, but that's another issue.
Yeah.
Let's go forward with another metaphor. The first hole in the wall of silence shielding the Clinton administration, David Watkins, Travelgate figure. The meathead dumped by Clinton after he got caught using the presidential helicopter for a golf cart, for Christ's sakes. Now unloading in the January issue of the American Spectator magazine to become the first real insider to talk on the record. It is not pretty. Yes, Watkins confirms that Vincent Foster was, in fact, having an affair with Hillary Clinton. He also reveals to the Spectator that the leader of the free world himself, the man with his finger on the button, also had a finger on the Tickle Me Elmo button of one Marcia Scott, White House Director of Presidential Correspondence. Writing, one unavoidably must include some of those love letters in the sand. In fact, Ms. Scott is said to have offered aid and comfort to Mr. Clinton the night of Mr. Foster's untimely demise by sleeping with him. With Mr. Clinton, not Mr. Foster, I hasten to add by way of clarification. Necrophilia is one indelicacy, perhaps soon to be the only one, with which this White House has not been charged. In conclusion, people, as desperate as our situation at times has appeared, never give up hope.
No.
For where Watkins treads, can, say, the McDougalls or Jim Guy Tucker be far behind. Yes, the dam has broken. And the next time Commander Pantload places a hand on the Bible may not be in response to a phrase about upholding the Constitution, but rather to, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Happy New Year. That is all.
Right here now on the IMUS in the Morning program, my fat friend, Rush Limbaugh.
Vince Foster, the dead man, was a friend of Hillary's.
Shut up.
At the Rose Law Firm where she served a term, charging big outrageous fees. Foster, the dead man, turned up in the park one day. And D'Amato, well, he wants to know how Vince ended up that way. There must be something in those documents they never found, 'cause Maggie Williams shredded them and began the runaround. Now Foster, the dead man, knows the deal, but he can't say. Must investigate Whitewater Gate till we get the truth someday. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, what does Hillary know? Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump, look at D'Amato go. Now Foster, the dead man, met a most untimely fate. And now Alphonse thinks that this whole thing's linked to vacation real estate. Senator D'Amato wants to know just what was what. And now he demands what was Foster's hand doing on Miss Clinton's butt. Will you please tell this committee just exactly what went down? Or when I'm finished up with you, 2 more bodies will be found. Then Bill and Hillary, they will have their judgment day, and they'll start to cry as they wave goodbye, and the feds take them away. Hear that Hillary wail. On her way to jail.
Affirmative action is fine, Fred, until it involves you and your job.
Well, that's not the way it works.
Well, I understand it, but let's not have a debate about it with somebody who's just accused of First Lady of killing Vince Foster. God almighty.
Wasn't no Foster laid out there in the park like King Tut?
Well, yes, Fred.
Sorta.
Yes, but
Well, didn't somebody move him over there? They've never looked into that.
Yes, they have.
They've kind of covered that up,
Fred, we're not going to get to the bottom of this on the phone with you.
They whacked him in the office and drug him over there and laid him out in the park.
God almighty, shut up.
And she did it.
Fred, shut up.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to IMUS in the morning.
They can come up with OJ kind of evidence on her. Just a little bit.
OJ kind of evidence?
Yeah, I bet there's a glove around there somewhere in the park.
IMUS in the morning.
A lot of people have taken advantage of this satellite TV holiday offer. And if
Electronics. 6th Avenue Electronics, home for the holiday sale. All the brands you know and products you want at prices that can't be beat. 6th Avenue Electronics. Just better. I'm Michelle Jerson for the New York State Lottery Fan Highway Patrol. Hey, you never know.
All right, now, this is the Wilford Brimley holiday greeting spot, is that right?
That's right. This is directed straight toward the little boys and girls.
Not going to be anything else directed toward him, is there?
Well, you know what? You're starting to offend me with this. There ain't going to be no shenanigans here. This is going to be straight. It's my Christmas message.
All right.
I ain't some kind of prevert, all right? This will be just flat out straight.
Fine, Mr. Brimley. All right. Quaker Oats oatmeal Santa message, take 1.
I'm Wilford Brimley for Quaker Oats Oatmeal. You know, when I was a kid growing up, me and all the other kids down the road used to get pretty excited come Christmas time, just like you do. To make sure old Santa Claus came to all our houses, why, we'd set out cookies and milk for him. The way we figured it was the right thing to do. But you know what? It wasn't. No, sir, because Santa Claus is an elderly man. He's way overweight, he smokes, and has cholesterol clogging up his arteries, and, well, we was just clogging them up worse. It wasn't the right thing to do. So this Christmas, instead of high-fat milk and cookies, you kids do the right thing. Set out a bowl of steaming oatmeal for Santa. It'll taste good, it'll warm him up, and bring Santa's cholesterol down. And it'll allow you to give him a present for a change. A big old boner. And that's a bonus for you, believe me.
No, for God's sake, Mr. Brimley.
Huh?
This is your Christmas spot.
I know that.
Well, are you a f***ing lunatic?
Hey, Sonny, you just watch how you talk to old people,
Well,
huh?
you can't say boner to these kids.
Now, there's a damn lie. Do I make the oatmeal?
Well-
No, sir. Quaker Oats makes oatmeal and boners. And kids, you're going to be glad they do when Santa, who after all is 1,000 years old or something, thanks you for giving him a oatmeal boner.
he won't.
You think you got a nifty train set last year? How'd you like Amtrak? Huh? Did you like that jet plane? How'd you like to own the Trump shuttle? Well, that just might be the way that old Santa Claus is going to say, Johnny, thanks for the boner. Yes, sir, you'll sneak downstairs, and there you'll be. Twinkle in his eye, trousers down around his ankles, and his little round belly shaking like a bowl full of oatmeal. Because he's under the Christmas tree in your oatmeal, saying, on Dancer, on Dasher, on Donner and Blitzen, I finally got me the boner I've been missing. And then if you listen real close, you'll hear him exclaim ere he flies out of sight, the toys, more oatmeal. It's a hell of a night. Yes, sir. It's the right thing to do. Ho, ho, ho. I didn't.
On the 3rd day of Christmas, the Amen said hallelujah.
Jesus. Are you paying any attention in there?
On the 4th day of Christmas, Lou returned the compliment. No. On the 5th day of Christmas, all hell breaks loose.
Who the hell cares? Well, punch the damn button. Don't be calling me anymore. What's the problem in there?
On the 6th day of Christmas, I'm in Braxtonville.
Not as big as the one in my...
On the 7th day of Christmas, the Amen says to Rob, I'm gonna take this pen and shove it right into your eye. The 8th day of Christmas, the Amen said to me, send out Christmas cards to all of the people I know. On the 9th day of Christmas, Angela says to me,
500 names in here, and I'm supposed to get these cards out by 10?
on the 10th day of Christmas, the Amen says to Breen, you pencil that key, give me some yuck so you're out of here. It's the 11th day of Christmas, the Amen compliment to Bernie.
Good work. Good work, Bernie.
Shut up, you jerk.
On the 12th day of Christmas, the Amen said to me,
Tell you one thing I'll do. I'd come in there and take you two white boys and knock your pointy little heads together. That's what I do. Yeah. Come on, brother.
the Amen said to me,
So you get that baby and have a Merry Xmas.
like Santa. You have to say ho, ho, ho. So girls and boys, let's make some noise. Give thanks for joys and all goodies and toys. For Christmas, yes indeed, this must be the greatest holiday treat, so people just buzz. How I celebrate as we elevate. Big Daddy Kane is on the mic and I'ma tell a great Christmas line for your delight. That's Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night.
IMUS in the morning.
Today's opening at the New York Stock Exchange, sponsored by buyandhold.com. They're a young company with a whole way of doing things. Their proven investment strategy is both easy and affordable. It started today at buyandhold.com. And here's my wife again, Deidre Coleman, IMUS.
Hello?
You got your clothes on now?
Yeah, honey.
Yeah.
I got rid of that peeping Tom. I hope I don't get in trouble though.
How did you get rid of the peeping Tom, honey?
I took your gun out.
No, don't be taking my gun out. I told you to keep your hand off
Went on
of
the terrace and they pointed it at him.
No, I don't. But we don't want that. Don't take my gun and point it at anybody.
Well, I got rid of him. He's not on the roof anymore.
I'm sure he's probably not.
But anyway, Bernie and Charles, they have and you just really torque me off.
Well, because, you see, my wife is very defensive of me. Because I do look adorable in my...
He looks absolutely adorable.
Thank you,
two have no individuality. You look like little generic urbanites.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Thank you, honey.
Except for that cool-looking Auto Body Express tie Chuck has on.
Thank you. You guys going line dancing tonight, dude?
See, that's where you don't get it, Bernie. It's not about building a bridge to the future. It's about building a tribe. And you're supposed to be part of...
Oh, God almighty. Are you smoking those mushrooms?
You need some buckskin on that bald head. That's what
Honey, you leave Bernie alone.
You know what?
Feathers hanging off
You leave
of it.
Bernie alone.
You do a pretty good Jennifer Capriati impression. Where'd you learn how to do that?
It was fun.
I'll talk to you later, honey.
Honey?
Yeah?
Why don't you tell them about the John Smith Pocahontas little game we play?
What?
The John Smith Pocahontas game is not... it's not anything that we need to get into.
What are the rules?
There's no rules. There are no rules, or whatever there's I'm going to kill her.
John Smith Pocahontas?
No, there's no John Smith Pocahontas anything.
Huh. Little Indian game, eh? That's cute.
No, we don't play any kind of...
I'm smoking a little peace pipe there, man.
So anyway, coming up tonight on MSNBC, for you folks watching MSNBC, Tom Brokaw is going to interview Ralph Reed and Judge Robert Bork. That'd be pretty interesting, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
No,
it could
well-
be. It could be.
Yeah.
It could
Ralph Reed looks like a lesbian in a man's suit, doesn't he?
Oh, okay. Anyway, and tomorrow on the IMUS in the Morning program, Mike Barnacle from the Boston Globe and from the News Hour with Jim Lair. In fact, Barnacle was on last
Yes,
night.
he was.
News Hour and just talking gibberish.
A fine performance by Mr. Barnacle last night.
What did he say?
I have no idea, and I saw everything. I saw him the whole
Absolutely.
time.
No, I didn't. On Thursday, Laura Ingram from CBS News and from MSNBC.
Yeah.
Miss Ingram is hot, conservative, politically conservative.
I would say she's well reasoned
In her
Yeah.
politics.
Yes, a woman around, she's 32 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I find interesting is that there are a number of people like her and my wife and some other folks who are very conservative.
Well reasoned. I don't know if I would posture them as conservative or not. I would just think
Not caving to the
thinking
peer
individuals.
pressure.
That's all.
Pardon me?
Not caving to peer pressure of the people all around them to think a certain way.
Right.
Well,
Not caving in to the PC battering and things like that.
no, well, no.
And a woman, you might want to slip your peace pipe to as well, baby.
Where do you suppose that comes from?
Don't know.
I mean, you're like, you know,
You should see the look on your face, though.
you're like a child molester. You know?
No.
I feel violated when you.
Wait a second. I didn't marry an intern.
I feel like a playground you just cruised.
Yeah. After I get done listening to you, I want to take a shower.
What in the world?
You are just what a creep.
What are you talking about?
Well, you're just the worst.
Creep.
You make my skin crawl.
I'm healthy.
You're not healthy. You're a Neanderthal Nazi. Here on the IMUS in the Morning program. And on Friday, Sally Jenkins, who used to write sports for the Washington Post and for Sports Illustrated, and she's got a laugh out loud funny book.
Yes, she does.
Women on sports and stuff. And
Oh, you mean Dan's kid?
yes, she's the daughter of Dan Jenkins. Why?
Oh, no, it just sort of explains a couple of things.
You know, you bastard. You're stupid. You think the Washington Post hired her because Dan Jenkins was her father and she wrote there for 7 years?
No. Sure had nothing to do with it, man.
Well, I mean, maybe she got an entree. Maybe she got introduced to the sports editor at the Washington Post.
Yeah.
But do you think that she was then able to work there for 7 years because her father's Dan Jenkins?
I'm sure Chris Wallace, being Mike Wallace's son, had nothing to do with
well,
him.
how about Brian Rooney at ABC News?
Another example.
You're an idiot. I mean, you're a disgraceful person.
You're naive.
Well, am I naive?
In some areas, but I don't think in this one. I think Miss Jenkins is, I think her value was demonstrated to the Washington Post, and that's why she was there.
And why do you think Sports Illustrated hired her? Because her father was Dan Jenkins? You're an idiot.
Any moron can write about sports.
Oh, Jesus, God. Oh, now, see, well, that's the point.
Oh, man.
I hope she comes in here and punches you in the mouth, which is likely to happen, by the way.
I'm ready to throw down.
I'm sure you are. Let's go. Why don't you...
No.
No.
I can't say that.
No, you can't say that. Anyway. You're just an idiot. Well, that's how you got your job, because I liked you. You were an intern at NBC, and I liked you. And
My father's a bus driver, for crying out loud.
I understand.
How is that analogous to what happened with her?
No, but I mean, you had no qualifications to be the executive producer of the most successful morning radio program in the history of radio, did you? Do you? Or did you?
Very weak connection here. Very weak.
And I hired you because I liked you. Because you were funny. But now look at you.
Because I had a tight booty.
Well, that too, yes. A very tight booty.
In the morning.
Digital or film, Nikon has the perfect...
Let's look at sports. This is John.
Oregon Senator Bob Packwood now supports the idea of public hearings into the charges of sexual and official misconduct against him.
Is there a bigger creep on the planet than this guy?
Well, we have more comment
Clinton.
from him.
Oh?
Bill Clinton?
Go ahead, Charles. That'll be fine, Bernard.
On CBS this morning, Packwood told Harry Smith that he was so intoxicated...
Ted Kennedy?
That will be fine.
He was so intoxicated he doesn't recall kissing many of the women who claim, that he assaulted them in one way or another.
Mel Reynolds?
That will be fine.
Packwood also addressed the allegation that he harassed an unpaid teenaged intern in a response that a little bit reminiscent of the Anita Hill episode, really.
We don't have any power over volunteers. These are people that can volunteer for the soccer league or the PTA or the Red Cross. We need them. Why would somebody who gets no pay, who's volunteering on a campaign, if they are terribly offended by a kiss, continue to work on a volunteer capacity for you for the next 6 years?
God, what a creep. I mean, just what an absolute creep. Missing the entire point here.
Mm-hmm. And increasingly now, the subject of ostracization by his colleagues, who, some of whom were still around him a little bit, but
just insulting, stupid, idiotic rationale on the part of this ogre.
He also denied today, in talking with Harry Smith, that...
Good for Harry Smith, by the way, for kicking his butt there on...
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Because Harry Smith can be a wuss,
Cave on you, yeah, but not this time.
Harry can roll over on you. But he held up fairly well today, I guess.
Whoopee.
Packwood also denied the charges that he altered his personal diaries in any way.
The Ethics Committee knows, and the public will find out, that they were given no altered diaries that they ever relied upon. They had original diaries when they were first going through my diaries, and when I was issued a subpoena, I gave them tapes that were the original diaries so that they had nothing but those to rely upon.
Well, did you ever alter your diaries?
That was
the
question, yeah.
Yes or no?
Pretty easy to respond to.
Hey, book him on this show, Bernard.
Senator Packwood?
Yes.
10-4.
And Packwood said the Justice Department...
And let me know what the response is from his office if they decline.
Yeah, I see.
And he'll answer some questions here because... First of all, he'll be talking to a fellow alcoholic. I know about blackouts, all that stuff.
Sure.
And I've been in some blackouts in my life, many of them. And there are just a couple of occasions. Well, I don't know that I don't ever remember what I did. Of course, now I understand all alcoholics are not the same, and it's...
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've had some pretty horrible incidents, and... Well, not horrible like that, but, I mean, I wouldn't go around sticking my tongue in women's mouths, but...
No, but...
No, men's.
But what?
Well, I was just thinking of another episode back there in a bar when you were 18 or so.
Well, I wasn't in an alcoholic blackout, you moron. I made a mistake when I was in the Marine Corps.
You kissed a guy. You kissed
I didn't know that at the time.
Is that the same day you peed in the phone booth?
No, that was years later. I was as drunk as you could get the day I peed in the phone booth, and there at Rockefeller Center, I know about that. I remember that.
You were sticking your tongue in a coin dispenser.
But my point about Bob Packwood is, doesn't he get it?
Just go away.
God, I mean, it's just such it's such an embarrassment for everybody concerned here.
Imagine you're there in the Senate dining room.
Oh, God, you know.
Is that the most uncomfortable thing in the world?
Oh,
here he comes. What are we going to do?
And there's no way to get away from him. I mean, if you've seen the chamber there, you know it's a fairly small area, so...
Yeah.
Ah, what a creep. Just get out. Get out. Go away. Just leave.
Just recognize it.
Just, yeah. All right, here now on the I-line from Albuquerque to Mexico, 1-800-370-IMUS is Bill. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Mr. Diamond.
What up, baby?
Hey, how you doing? How was your vacation?
That's good.
That's good. I was just wondering, what's Fred's address up in Santa Fe? I'm on vacation this week. I'd like to take a ride up there.
Oh, man.
God. Are you in Albuquerque now?
Well, I live in Rio Rancho, which is just north of Albuquerque.
Okay, you get on 25 North.
Right.
And you get off on Cerrillos Road.
Okay.
And you take Cerrillos toward the plaza there.
All right.
In Santa Fe.
Right.
And when you get to the Taco Bell, the one that's on the left.
Taco Bell, okay.
You hang a left.
Hang a left at the Taco Bell.
And you just wind around down there to 1209 Parkway Drive.
1209 Parkway Drive.
And you'll see the big turquoise buffalo out front there.
Can't miss
Loser.
Oh, come on, man.
And Fred's there. So.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd take the wife and put the dog and the wife in the car and take a ride up there.
Well,
wow, she lucked out, huh?
I still have these tickets now because Ken from Las Vegas had an emergency and is not going to be able to fly in to go to the U.S. Open tonight. Still have 3 tickets.
Well, give them to me. I'll take them.
Get off the phone.
You're out of here.
You're out of here. For my seats out at the U.S. Open tonight, they're great seats about 5 or 6 rows from the court. And we'd like to send White Trash out there to the U.S. Open, wouldn't we?
Well, to mix with the pretentious crowd.
Yeah. Here's Ray from the Bronx. Good morning, Ray.
Yeah, IMUS. What's up?
Well, not too much, right?
What's up? Well, I'm calling with a ticket.
Okay. You ever been to the U.S. Open?
No.
Do you like tennis?
Love tennis. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
What?
I said, oh, you do?
Yeah.
Why have you never been to the U.S. Open?
Because I couldn't afford it.
No.
In prison.
Because you've been... And you're white trash, right?
No, I'm not.
What color trash are you?
I'm black trash.
Black trash?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Who will you be taking?
Well, I'll probably call my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Probably impress her.
Okay. Well, I've got 3 seats.
Well, call for girlfriend's friend, too.
Yeah.
Funk that.
You get you a Mel Reynolds thing going on. It'll make you make you a brown sugar sandwich, baby. You know what the I-man's saying?
Yeah.
What's up with me, G? You got the tickets.
I got a ticket?
Yeah.
Way to go, man.
Hang on, Bernie's going to get the stuff from me. Now, you have to come by the radio station before 4 o'clock this afternoon and pick them up.
Yeah. No problemo.
The Steinway stop.
Hang on, brother.
Steinway and Walker Block.
Hang on, brother. Hang on, brother.
Take the last car in the subway. It's easier.
Rush Limbaugh, he's coming up here on the IMUS501 program, and so is Beavis and Bubba. Now, Breen... Where's Breen? Get Breen in here.
Yeah, where is that geek?
Breen is... Breen, me and Charles are going out to the U.S. Open today. And tomorrow night, Deirdre and I are going to go. And then on Thursday, I'm taking Larry Kenny and Rob Bartlett, the 2 fat boys.
Yeah. The Bookend Brothers. Oh, man.
It's like going to church with your grandmother. You really don't want to go.
Breen, you understand what the situation is today, don't you?
I'm beginning to think I'm not going.
Why?
Because I'm not going to go get you your nachos and your bottled water all day.
Yes, you are.
That's not my role.
Well, that is your role.
Sure, it's a support role here.
Charles and I will be sitting there trying to enjoy the tennis matches, and you will be going out, standing on line, getting the stuff for us, and then waiting there in the little alleyway during the changeover. And hopefully there'll be like a 20-minute tie break.
Just a mob standing there.
Yeah.
Give me a couple $100 to get your lunch, and I'll go get it, and I won't return.
And you will bring us our stuff. You'll do as you're told to do.
Young man.
Is that what you're wearing?
Yes, it is. I wore it specially for you today. Little shorts.
You're wearing shorts and a polo shirt.
So he's one of the geeks who dresses in tennis attire. I don't quite look as handsome as you in your denim jacket. 90-degree weather.
Yeah, I'm missing the morning. In your shorts, 2020 sports.
Double play. Game is over. Yankees lose. Familiar words from the Bronx. Good morning. Mike the Bee with sports. John Sterling with the call. Yankees drop
what?
Mike the Bee.
What's wrong with Mike Breen?
I want to have a little...
I know we've been through what you want to have, but...
I like Murray the K, had a good career. Mike the Bee.
Mike the Bee.
I like that.
Yeah, great.
Then Billy Taylor calls himself the BT Express, right?
Yeah.
It should be the BD Express, the Brain Dead Express. Billy Taylor. Next time you're off, we have to have Billy Taylor back, you know?
It's time for a Billy Taylor.
For a Billy Taylor fix.
The Yankees drop a 4-3 decision to the Royals. Russ Davis of the Yanks knows what needs to be done.
You know, it's just time to turn it up a notch and see what we can do.
Now it's time to turn it up a notch.
Yeah.
How about 2 weeks ago when you were still in a pennant race?
15 or 16 and a half games out.
Idiot. The veteran running back from the Carolina Panthers, Barry Foster, they expected great things. He was cut yesterday. Led the AFC in rushing just a couple of years ago, but he's been injured. And his teammate Tim McKyer says that always spells trouble.
One of my mottos is you can't make the club in the tub.
What are some of his other mottos? We can get a list of those?
You sound like a whack if you do enough crack.
Can't make the club if you spend it in the tub. Rub-a-dub-dub and your mug. Jesus, God, shut up.
Get on the team in the dream.
Candy Hall, he gave the ball.
Finish last in my class, don't make me no ass. You know what I'm saying?
Can't drink gin and win.
Hammer time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sound like a fool if I don't go to school.
Yeah.
Gotta go
God
run.
almighty.
So much fun.
Jesus. Get out of here.
Of course, the NFL coming up this weekend. First round of games on Sunday, and then the big Monday night game, Giants and Cowboys at Giants Stadium.
For those of you with DirecTV, you can watch or if you just happen to be in these cities, in either Philadelphia or Tampa, Breen is doing the Eagles-Buccaneers game, right?
From Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia.
So...
I ain't no righty, but I hate waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I think we do. I'd like to welcome Tyrone McCartney of the Black Beetle, right?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
You got it.
I got that right, don't I?
You did.
So happy Merry Christmas, Tyrone.
And happy Merry Christmas to you too, Mr. IMUS.
So you guys got anything special planned?
Matter of fact, funny you should say that. We happen to have a brand new fabulous Black Beatles holiday album.
I'll be darned.
The Black Beatles, I'm Dreaming of a Black Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can hear some of them old-time favorite Christmas carols, like this one here.
Right.
Rudolph the Rapping Reindeer had a shiny new beatbox. And if you heard him get down, you would know the bad boy rocks. And how about this one?
Yeah.
Sleigh bells ring, it's the season, and the weather is pleasing. It's snowing tonight, what a beautiful sight on Adam Clayton Power Boulevard. And how about this one?
Right.
You better watch out, you better not pucker, you better not pout, he's a bad motherfucker. Santa Claus is coming uptown.
We're going to have a little trouble with that one.
No, I don't think you will.
Uh-huh.
And of course, my personal favorite.
Yeah.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my bitch gave in to me. 12 Subway tokens, 11 Coupe de Villes, 10 packs of Cools, 9 pairs of Adidas, 8 dudes are singing, 7 homeboys chilling, 6 pack of Millers, 5 golden chains, 4 McDLTs, 3 French fries, 2 Kango caps, and a ticket for Run DMC. Merry Christmas.
'tis the season to visit the new Mohegan Sun.
Sports Radio 66, WFAN, New York.
Eddie, as you were. Copyright 2001, Infinity Broadcasting. All rights are reserved. IMUS in the Morning is a presentation of WFAN and Westwood One Entertainment. That is all.
The flagship station for IMUS in the Morning and New York sports all day is The Fan. Sports Radio 66, WFAN New York, an Infinity Broadcasting station. WFAN 2020 Sports.
Good morning at 10 o'clock. This is John Minko. They're
Coming now live from Santa Fe, New Mexico. The owner and operator of the Auto Body Express, my brother, Fred IMUS. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Can't see me because my modem got disconnected.
Thank God. Thank God. Because my brother's appearing on behalf of your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. And, 1 week it's a blow-up doll. Last week it was with, your AK-40. Here's Uzi.
Yeah.
Is that an Uzi, Fred?
Yes.
Hook old Fred up with a round bomb.
Yeah.
So
In his camo outfit.
Yeah. This camouflage outfit.
What the heck happened to my video? My phone here, man. I don't know why it disconnected.
Well,
bummed out now.
Active guy. Well, here's the thing.
Now I don't know how to redo it. I mean, I know how to redo it, but...
Here's the thing that MSNBC did not consider, and that is that my brother can't even turn on his VCR machine. My brother has picture-in-picture television and can't work that.
Yes, I can.
Well, I've been to your house, and I'll be there shortly in a couple of weeks.
Oh, Jesus. Can you hold on?
Yeah.
I gotta let the dogs out of your room. They've been in there for 3 days. Should be about ready now for you, shouldn't it?
How'd you do on your football picks?
I did very well, thank you.
And that was?
4-2.
Which 2 did you miss?
I missed, I didn't think the Giants could beat Miami, and I didn't think Dallas could beat Arizona.
Idiot. You moron.
However, I did think Carolina could beat the 49ers.
And they did, 30-24. Green Bay over Denver, 41-6. You picked Denver in that game?
Yes, no, I picked...
Oh, you picked Green Bay?
Picked Green Bay, picked...
Pittsburgh over San Diego.
And Florida over Alabama.
Well, that was an pretty easy pick.
No, it wasn't a pretty easy pick, chump face. It was a great game. I called you, and what were you watching? The Army-Navy game nobody cares about.
Army won, by the way, thank God. And that's because I resorted to prayer. And Army whooped Navy again, and they should have whooped them.
Yeah, it was an exciting.
And the reason Navy should have lost is because of the way they treat that poor field goal kicker that John Feinstein was telling us about.
That's right.
What's his name? Broccoli or Bean Cooley or something.
Yeah. Well, you were the only person watching that game.
That was a great football game. Did you see that, Breen?
Yep.
That was a good game.
A football game.
Yeah. Pardon me?
That wasn't a football game.
You know, Fred...
Florida, Alabama was a football game.
We're not in the mood for your negativity this morning. we need a little more... We want you to be more up here.
Yeah, I am up.
More positive and stuff.
We had enough down stuff.
Yeah, all right. Breen's going to do sports.
I'm trying to call now.
Pardon me?
Trying to dial in. I'm trying to dial. Get this thing to work.
You know what he's saying?
I have no idea.
He's just a moron.
And now, IMUS in the Morning 2020 Sports with Mark Green.
Jordan been fairly quiet scoring-wise, but there's Rodman. Rodman into the lane of Kukoc, and there's going to be a foul against Dennis Rodman as he knocked down Popeye Jones.
And a technical foul. Rodman's out of the game.
Chicago Bulls are falling apart. Good morning. Mike Braidwood Sports. Mike Inglis, voice of the Raptors, with a call. As one NBA player once said, the ship be sinking. Chicago Bulls are in turmoil, suffered their second loss in as many nights. Raptors beat them in Toronto 97-89. Jordan and Rodman hit with key technical fouls, and the Bulls are now tired of Rodman. Listen to Scottie Pippen on Dennis Rodman.
Especially have to, really conduct himself a little bit better out on the court. I mean, every time the whistle is blown, he's chasing the ball, he's doing something with it. And I mean, it builds up frustration within his teammates, so you can imagine how the officials feel. I mean, we can't stand there and watch him every play.
Here it starts. Now listen to Phil Jackson and his take on the game.
The game really was taken out of our hands by the referees.
Now they're starting to blame the referees on their losses. Even guard Steve Kerr ripped Jordan for his ball hogging.
He's a jerk.
The fall is officially underway. Chicago Bulls' third loss of the season. Also losing last night, the LA Clippers lost in Cleveland.
Between you and my brother, I mean, there's not a brain between the two of you.
Everyone's afraid to go after the Bulls. Everyone but me. I know the real deal.
They lost 3 games.
That's right.
Doofus lip.
2 in 2 nights. Bald-headed stooge.
Drainpipe neck. Howdy doody looking jackass.
They lost in Cleveland to the Cavs 90-69. Coach Bill Fitch talked about the loss And he also talked about the IMUS in the Morning program with NBA reporter John Minko.
Are you aware that IMUS has inked a new 7-year contract to stay on the radio?
You mean Fred IMUS? What did they give Don? Did they give Don anything?
Coach Fitch will be appearing at Chuckles this weekend on Friday.
Are you there, Fred?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for all your participation this morning. Another dismal performance by my brother. Oh, no, here he is, Chuck. Check this out.
Ho, ho, ho.
God almighty.
Ho, ho, ho. Santa needs a hoe. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho.
My brother appearing this morning on MSNBC on the audio phone in a Santa hat.
Ho, ho, ho. Santa needs a hoe. Ho, ho.
I know, we get it. Say it again, Fred.
Yeah, say it again, Fred. Sit on Santa's lap and make a wish. Do you want to see Santa's candy cane?
So this is a real challenge now for Fred to come up with something visual for the 200 people watching MSNBC. God. What do you like in tonight's game, Fred?
I like the Raiders tonight.
That game's in Oakland?
Well, who cares where it is? Yes, it is in Oakland. What difference does it make where it is?
The Oakland Raiders play Kansas City. And it's really easy to take them seriously, too. For God, you're such an...
Ho, ho, ho.
You know, you're such an...
Ho, ho, ho.
Your sister-in-law is so humiliated by you. I mean, David loves Fred, but...
What have I done? What have I done wrong? Have I done something stupid?
I mean, sometimes she'll just say to me, is this necessary?
I married white trash.
I said, yeah, you did, honey.
This white trash. She married into a family of white trash.
Poor thing. She's over there studying at the Sorbonne thinking, man, I'm...
Sorbonne, yes, what Santa's got. Sorbonne.
God almighty.
Santa's got him a Sorbonne.
That will be fine.
Hey, Bubba, what are you doing? Signing another bill? Like, you don't have to now. You got reelected.
No, I'm checking up my Christmas list. Let's see. I got Roger Buzz Lightyear.
He's already got a light buzz on all year. What about everybody else?
I'm going to send folks stuff out of the Fred IMUS catalog. Got Jim and Susan McDougal and Auto Body Express calendar.
So they can check off the days until the pardon?
Yeah. At least that's what I'll tell them. I'll get Hillary one of them prairie-style buffalo skirts.
If they fit a buffalo, they should fit her.
Well, they are one size fits all.
The way her legs looked in that picture from Australia, it'll probably fit her like a miniskirt.
And Chelsea gets a four-legged Fred T-shirt.
But she might think Rush Limbaugh sent it to her.
Good point. I'll go with the denim vest instead. Sure looks good on Deirdre there, don't it? Boy, she makes my knees knock.
Careful, Bubba. You put moves on the eye woman, you could end up having to sit through another one of those speeches from hell.
Well, that's why I'm ordering all this stuff out of the ABX catalog, Beavis.
To get the eye man to lay off you a little bit?
No, to get the eye woman to lay on me a little bit.
On the first day of Christmas, Fred IMUS sent to me 7-ounce cotton T-shirts, 62,370 stitches on the New Mexico and Texas jackets, 5 golden buffalo chips, 4 corner flannels, 3 bandana ties, 2 jars of hot stuff, and the blow-up doll from MSNBC.
Mommy, look, here comes Santa Claus. And he's black.
Yo, ho, ho. Santa's in town. Pump it up. Yeah, that's right. Get old, Santa, pump it up, pump it up, pump it up.
IMUS in the morning.
More and more all over the country and here in New York, investors are turning away from short-term thinking toward...
Presentation, Charles Dickens' immortal A Christmas Carol, the story of Ebenezer IMUS. When last we left Ebenezer IMUS, the man who hated Christmas, he had just electrocuted dear Bernie Cratchit, his faithful employee who had dared beseech Ebenezer for a half hour off on Christmas. Once home, Ebenezer IMUS took some gruel, sat with his miserable cat in his dismal room, checked C-SPAN for any late ethics hearings, and finding none, got into bed. Directly, carolers stopped by beneath his window to spread some cheer. A big mistake.
Hey, what's going on down there? Hey, get away from here. Oh, you want something for making your fruit music? I got a little something for you.
And with that, the meanest, most despicable man in the village threw the contents of his bedchamber down upon them.
There, a little oughta hold you bastards.
Later, as Christmas Eve slipped into Christmas morning, something odd happened. Something most disagreeable. Ebenezer Imus awoke with a start.
What? Who's there? Who is it? Answer me.
Good morning, Mr. Imus.
What?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Remember, you used to date me.
Yeah, but you're just a bacon-eyed bimbette. I mean, who are you?
Well, actually, I'm just a composite of all your past dates, you know?
Yeah.
22, perky breakfast model with yogurt for brains.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't change your ways, I'm coming back to haunt you for the rest of your days.
Oh, Jesus, no, please, not that again.
And in a swirl of chiffon, the ghost of Christmas past was gone. But no sooner had Ebenezer Imus lay down again and closed his eyes.
Damn, I could have broke my neck. Hey, Ebenezer Imus, get up, boy.
What the hell is going on here? Who the are you?
I'm Big Feets, the ghost of Christmas present, my man.
Uh-huh.
The Christmas blues you be spreading at the Barnard Cratchit domicile. I was gonna have to take you over there and show you how you bumming them out. Let's go.
And with that, he snatched up Ebenezer's hand and flew with him through the window.
Aye. Look down there, Ebenezer Imus. That's the Cratchit household.
Yeah, I see that. There's Bernie and the frail little crippled boy, Small Paul.
Tiny Tim ain't Small Paul.
I wonder how they can be all so happy. I mean, I gave Cratchit first-degree burns over 65% of his body. And look at that. They're drinking a toast to me.
That's right, Slice. They forgive you for what you done.
Wow.
But I don't.
Uh-oh.
If you change your ways, promise to send Tiny Tim Cratchit to college, or what the next spell's gonna show you is what's gonna come a pass. Stay black, baby.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. What's coming? What's next, Spirit? Well, hey!
But there was no reply, just a lonesome harmonica riff fading in the distance. Ebenezer Imus found himself back in his room, but not entirely alone.
Ebenezer Imus, arise and follow me.
Hey, wait a minute.
Argue not.
Okay, I'm right with you.
You've seen Christmas past and present.
Yeah?
Now, this is what lies ahead for you if you fail to get a perspective. Behold.
Wait a minute. It's my radio station. Who's a dwarf sitting in my chair?
Listen, Ebenezer Imus.
7:45, quarter till 8 here on the Lupica in the Morning Show. What? Time again for Chris Berman with sports. Chris, love that outfit, man. My sides.
Lupica in the morning? But that little jerk's never funny.
You're telling me. Yet that's your future, Ebenezer Imus, if you fail the Cratchits, especially Tiny Tim.
Well, next day, Christmas, it seemed quite a different Ebenezer Imus, who bounded from his bed and threw open the window, calling out to all who could hear.
Merry Xmas! Merry Xmas, everybody!
And with all the speed he could muster, he ran headlong to the home of Bernie Cratchit, pounding on the door of the startled family within.
Cratchit, open up! It's Ebenezer Imus!
Mr. Imus, what in the world?
May I come in?
Why, of course, sir. Of course. We'd be honored.
And with that, dear reader, Ebenezer Imus, face beaming, strode into the parlor of Bernie Cratchit and kicked the crutch out from under Tiny Tim.
Now, you little creep, screw up my life, will you?
God bless us, everyone. Miracle on 34th Street? It's Imus. I don't think so.
To welcome Rabbi Mark Gelman and Monsignor Tom Hartman. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Do you still have that hideous cable show you were doing? The God Squad?
Hideous?
Are these all real questions?
Yeah, they really are.
And Maya Angelou called and she said...
We like Maya Angelou. Yeah. You ever heard Bernard do Maya Angelou?
We have.
Okay, it's not going to do it.
No, please, Bernard, please.
Let me get a cigarette.
No.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to IMUS in the morning.
It'll be the first television program teaching children about the religions of the world. And they animated Tommy, they animated me, and they said, look, he has a large nose, okay? It's not that large.
No, it's not.
It's not that large, and we want you to change the animation. That's the way it is. You know, we now have a priest who looks, like Robert Redford, and we have a rabbi who...
looks like Joe Camel.
Who looks like Joe Camel. According to scientists who...
All right, here now with observation and comment on headline issues of the day. From the hood, IMUS in Washington, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Snoop Doggy Claus, and I'm good to go. I'm fat and I'm jolly and I got plenty of snow. Know what I'm saying? Well, it's Christmas time in the hood. Time to get the spirit of peace on earth, goodwill toward all white men. Another year gone, and the brothers ain't any further along in the struggle than we've been before. So I don't want no fat dude coming down my chimney unless he got my civil rights in that bag of his. How come this boy be busting people's houses all over the world, but ain't nobody never nailed him for breaking and entering? Why is Santa Claus white? Why can't he be black? Instead of cruising in a Slade, have a hoopty Cadillac. I guess if a brother was in your house holding a sack, you'd wait till he turned around so you could shoot him in the back. What's my name? Oh, dear, you shot Santa. It was self-defense, Margaret. Here, quick, put this gun in his hand. Ho, ho, ho. Yo, yo, yo. Got a little gift for all of you dudes at Texaco. To show you Snoop Doggy Claus know what Christmas means, I'm filling up your stockings with black jelly beans. What's my name? Snoop Doggy Claus. Oh, yeah, those are jelly beans. I don't mind that rabbit that just crawled out of there. A benevolent Christmas is what I'm dreaming of, full of harmony, peace, brotherhood, and one love. So this holiday season, as you raise in your glass, be thankful Santa doesn't bust a cap in your ass. What's my name? Snoop Doggy. Remember the reason for the season. Snoop Doggy. And that Jesus started out poor, homeless, and discriminated. You know, they was dissing him too. Peace.
Scott Layden.
This must be a big event for you guys to have me on.
Well, it is a big event. You got a new coach.
It's a big deal. And did you get just the rest of the year? Did you get another couple of years after this?
Weekdays from 1 to 6:30.
Well, as you guys know, I don't talk about contracts or terms or what have you, but he's our coach for the rest of the season, and he's the coach of the New York Knicks.
Hey, he won't tell us anything.
Yeah,
see why you guys have me on so often.
We're throwing everything we can at you. Everything in our artillery. Don't you think it's nothing?
He won't tell us anything.
I'm upset because I'm on so infrequently. I'm having problems answering these questions.
I wouldn't be planning your return either.
I got right.
On Sports Radio 66, WFAN New York.